Today I'm going to show you how to create a French pleat or a French roll. We start off by back combing the hair all over. So start at the roots. Basically just in the roots we want to be back combing the hair. Now what we've got to think about is we're going to be smoothing it all back. So when you back comb, you never back comb on the outside. You never go back comb on the part that you're going to be smoothing. You always back comb underneath. Just about 3 or 4 strokes. I like to use a teasing comb like this. So all over the head. You don't need to do the ends. We're going to be tucking those in. We don't need too much volume. Just working your way gradually through the hair. Again, on this side, because we're smoothing back, we always go on the inside of the hair. Again, each side, slight back combing at the roots. Now we bring the hair, pulling it back just slightly into shape. We can start smoothing the hair now. Now, if you want it low, smooth backwards. If you want some height through the front, smooth upwards. Because if you start smoothing backwards, you're always going to lose that height. Just gradual smoothing. Doesn't have to be too perfect yet. You've still got all that back combing in underneath. Now, we're going to start pinning now. So we want to work, bringing the hair slightly smoother now, concentrating on this side here. A slight spray with the hairspray. And smoothing back. And with the nape, just slightly upwards. Now, what will happen when you start smoothing, your client will want to put their head down. So make sure you bring their neck right back up, because otherwise it goes baggy at the bottom. So bring your hands over. I like to hold my hand upwards, fingers at the bottom, palm at the top. Start pinning upwards. So the first pin goes into the nape of the neck. Second one, cross it over. I'll just pull this head back slightly. As we're going, we can slightly smooth. Start pinning all the way up the hair. Just keeping it smooth as you go. Just till you get to almost below the crown. Make sure it's nice and secure. If you see any bits that you think maybe aren't firm enough, just put one more pin in. Now we want to concentrate, just make sure the top is nice and smooth. We're not actually going to bring the top in yet. We won't worry about that too much, but we are going to bring the other side back. So just keep that top section doesn't need to come in necessarily yet, but now we're going to start smoothing this side here. Smoothing it back, all of it back. Back and slightly up. Now again, hairspray. And again, smoothing. You can go over again afterwards, but try and get as much smoothness as you can now. And just follow the line. slightly tilt the head upwards again. Now I like to bring my hands up. Smoothed it all over, I like to change hands. So this hand, fingers at the bottom, palm at the top. And then just move your hands slightly upwards and curl the ends inwards. Make sure this top section completely out your way. Now you can hold from the top and you can pin your first section. Make sure you do a couple of pins in the top just to secure it right the way through the hair. See now? You can concentrate on getting the shape. So this is nice and secure. That's why you always pin at the top first. Then we use your fine pins, your fringe pins, just to secure it again. Back to the bobby pins. Start pinning. Slight bit through the roll into the hair. Again, through the roll and up into the hair. Making sure again the head is nice and high and they're not looking too far down. Again, up into the hair. We can do this again with the fringe pins to make it nice and secure. A piece from the roll into the head. Piece from the roll right into the hair again. Now we're finished with your top section. Smoothing all this hair. And this is when we want to bring it in. Just come round the front and just check. We've got a nice line from the front. And then just move this section, smooth it completely round. Smoothing as we go. Nice and smooth. Spinning it round. And just tucking the ends in. Now, some people like to leave the ends out, but nowadays, most people like to bring the ends in. So just tuck these ends in, ever so slightly, making sure you've got a nice smooth line. And again, pin down the hair. There we have it, a nice French roll. We can just smooth slightly, hairspray the hair, get all the flyaways. And very, very mindful of this shape through here. So we've got a lovely French roll here, but when you turn sideways, you see how you've got a nice smooth line, nice shape coming all the way down. There we have your French roll.